Today guys, we're going to take off my 36 volt motor on my Yamaha G2. It is my first time taking apart an electric motor, but let's do it and learn together. So it looks like there's 4 bolts. There's 3 on the top and 1 on the bottom. These 3 on the top are 10 millimeter. They're 10 millimeter. So I'm just gonna slowly take them off and go from there. All right, I think everything's loose. I just need to kind of hit it free. Oh, that's heavy. Heavier than I thought it was going to be. Let's go take a look. All right, so I got the motor out. It's on my bench now. It's going to be easier to work on that. These are 8 millimeter bolts that do need to come out, so we're going to take them out. I've already came around and broke them loose. If yours is old like mine, it is going to take a lot of effort to not break these and to get them loose, but I got them all broken loose, so they all should kind of come out now with 8 millimeter. I do not have the right socket for any of this stuff. All I got is wrenches, so just to let you know that this can be done with limited tools. If you got all these sizes, you guys can definitely do this. So let me take these guys out real quick, and then we'll get into it and see what the brushes look like, see what the stator looks like, all that good stuff. We'll get all these cleaned up and lubed up so we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Oh, and there looks like there's some flathead screws right here that need to be undone too. Maybe that will help me get the stator out because I couldn't get the stator out. So there's 2 flathead screws right there. Let me get a flathead screwdriver. Like I said in the beginning, of this video, I have never done this before. So just remember that. This is not a tutorial necessarily. This is more like, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. Kind of a deal. Just get some tools, see what you can do. This is a over 15-year-old, no, 20-year-old. This is a 20-year-old motor right here. See if the stator will come out. Oh, yep, there goes the stator. Some rust. Yeah, that hold the bearing in. Just listening to the bearing. The bearing probably could be replaced. It's a little loose. Stator looks, I'll show up a close-up pictures of this, but the stator looks okay for this old of a vehicle. Not horrible by any means. We're gonna have to get a bearing puller, but I mean, it's not that bad. It still rolls pretty good. Let's see if we can get this guy off now. Oh, the brushes look really good actually. It looks like the brushes have been replaced recently, so we might not have to do the brushes. I might want to replace this bearing. And I also want to just clean this up a bit. Let's see if I can get this guy off. Go get my hammer again. Knock it loose. There it goes. The brushes look actually quite good. What I don't like, and the springs are great, what I don't like is the rusted connectors here, and that's the only reason I would replace these guys. I'm going to take it out. Well, these guys will work. Hopefully they're not like super big bolts. Looks like it's a 1/4 inch, guys. It's a 1/4 inch. Why can't they make, like, they make all these law guys, usually like Allen heads or flat heads too. Why can't they make these ones that way? So I don't think I'm going to replace these bushings like I thought I was. I'm glad I didn't order them. I feel like they are in great condition. I am going to look at this stator a little bit though and see if what we can do about it. It looks a little dirty, and I'm trying to figure out if I should replace the bearing on it. Here's the stator. The bearing seems pretty good. It's a little wobbly, so I'm probably going to replace this bearing. Luckily, bearings are really easy to order. They have a name on it. This is SKF, and the part number on it looks like a 6203-2Z/C3HT121. And so I'm just going to need a bearing puller, and then I just got to press this bearing back on. I mean, I almost want to just put it back in. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this, but like it's barely wobbling back and forth, but enough to be like, maybe I should replace it. Is that within tolerance? Probably not. And so I'm going to order a bearing, get some contact cleaner, clean off the stator, clean off that, put it all back together, and then we're going to look at the diff. So since I have to order the bearings for the electric motor, I'm also going to look at the diff and probably change out the diff fluid. There's a couple bearings in there that might be the same ones as in the motor. And so to do that, I'm actually just going to take the whole axle out and then take off the diff through the axles. That way I can rebuild the bearings and the axles and stuff like that. So let's do that. To do that, I'm going to take the whole axle out of here. I'm probably going to drain the fluid after I take it off the axle. To do that, I just have to unbolt the shocks and then unbolt the carrier, and then then it should just slide right out after I jack it up. So let's do that real quick. Oh, the brake cables. I gotta take off the brake cables. Shoot. There's the other. It's out now, guys. Perfect. Perfect. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, so I got a small container in there. I'm just gonna drain the fluid now that I got it off. Just gonna break this top one. This top one is the fill plug. But if I break it first, it should drain out of here a little bit better. Let's see how dirty this oil is. Oh, not as bad as I thought. Definitely does not look like it has been changed, but not as bad as I thought. It's pretty clear on my, we're just gonna let this drain out. Definitely smells like some diff oil. You know what I'm talking about if you've smelled that before. So I'm just gonna take off the axle bolts from the diff. Now some of these are sockets can't get into. Get a box and wrench in there. Last one. Like I said, this side's almost out. Let's see if I can get this one out. It's the spline in there. Oh yeah. Kind of see the oil in there now. Oops. And the diff is free. Oh. Diff is out. Let's go put it on the bench. Okay, so we're gonna take apart the diff, just kind of look at everything. On the drain plug side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outside, and then 2 on the inside. And I think once we get that off, this will just kind of slide through that seal right there, and we should be good to go. All of these are 12 millimeters. Even the inside one so far is the same size. Oh, there's another longer one. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe we'll see on the inside. Gotta pop the gasket, so I gotta go grab my hammer again. Oh, there it goes. Go to the other side. Money. Oh, checking these bearings over here. They are smooth as butter. Very good. This goes down here. Oh yeah. All of them are pretty smooth. I might have done this for no reason, but I'd rather know for sure, right? I'm just gonna center you guys up a little bit. But like this and the motor are the only two things I was worried about, because I mean, it's a 96 or 95, I think I found out. Either one of those years, I mean, it's 20 years old. And I don't know if anybody's ever touched anything in here. And so far, like this bearing right here, just like feeling them out. That bearing right there is really good. This bearing right here is really good. There's a little spacer washer on it, but it's really good. Nothing looks eaten up. The gears look pretty good. Everything is moving. I don't even really want to take it apart more than this, but I think I'm going to, because I want to replace a seal. And I think there's a seal on the other side that I need to replace. Let's see if it's focused. Yeah, if you're looking to replace anything, it's actually quite easy to get to everything. I bet you if I take this gear off, there's a couple bolts right here that I can maybe see, or maybe this is just a pressed on bearing and I have to pull it out using these. Don't know. I don't really think I need to go any further to figure that out. If any of you guys have the answers to those, please let me know, because I'm sure somebody's going to want to know how to take this the rest of the part, but I don't think I really need to. And I think I'm only going to replace this seal right here and maybe the input shaft seal, but like, I don't even think I need to do that because it wasn't leaking before. I just wanted to make sure all the bearings are good. This is the only questionable one, but I think it's just because, you know, leverage. This is pretty high up here, so it's going to wiggle in that spot. Just like if I would put this one back in there. Yeah, see, that one has a little bit of wiggle too, but there's a second bearing that it rides on, so I don't really know if that's a big deal or not. I really don't think it's a big deal. So I think I'm just going to get gasket material. I'm going to replace the one bearing here on the motor. The motor is just sitting right over here. I'm going to replace the motor. I don't think I'm going to replace the brushes. All in all, this is pretty good for 20 years. I do think the brushes were replaced once, but that's fine. I'm going to take some emery cloth around the stator. I'm going to clean up everything. I'm going to get some stuff ordered. And then we're going to wrap up this video with hopefully it back together. On further inspection, I think I am going to take this apart more because like I don't like this sound. Listen. It's not rubbing on anything on the outside. I think that is a bearing, and I don't know where the bearing's at. Oh, that just came out. It's actually easier than I thought. You just gotta pull hard, guys. Just gotta pull hard. This is fine. Put something like this. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful. Oh, yeah, this bearing is super solid in here. So I don't think it was this bearing. It's crazy how good these bearings are in here. Like it makes me believe that there was this diff was replaced. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm replacing any of the bearings. I think I am going to replace this seal right here since it's easy to get to. I'm going to order that seal with that bearing over here. I am going to replace the other output seal and then maybe this input seal, shaft seal, which is this on here, right there, and see what happens. Okay, so it's been a couple days. I ordered the bearings and the seals. The bearings are correct, or the bearing is correct. The seals were 100% wrong. And since they weren't leaking before, I don't think I'm going to replace them, but I am going to replace this bearing. And to do that, I need to take this one off. I bought a bearing puller. I don't think this style is going to work. Yeah, it won't fit under there. Can you believe this cheap Amazon set did not come with the wrenches to do this? That's crazy, right? Super crazy. It's also crazy that I don't have tools. So just gotta tighten this down underneath here. As you tighten this down, it kind of lifts the bearing up. So I'm just going to hold these guys in place and just tighten down each side slowly. Okay. You don't have to pull a lot. These don't have to be tight. They just have to be on there. And then I'm just gonna twirl this guy on there until it reaches the bottom, or the spindle shaft. And then we just start cranking on it, guys. 11/16, probably that or a 1/2 inch. And once you got it, kind of comes right off. Bearing off, perfect. Take this off real quick. We gotta remember to put that back on. Now that I have this off, I am actually going to clean up this real quick. The contact right there, I got some steel wool just to kind of clean it off. And I've also got some contact spray that I'm going to use. So I got some steel wool. Now this is quad-aught or 4-aught steel wool. Just going to take a little bit of it here. And then I'm just going to, like, just to help clean it, just to shine it up, I'm going to go like this on it. But I'm also going to spray some contact spray on it. Oops. Just to help clean it off. And then I'm going to use this steel wool just to get as much of that carbon off of it as possible. My local store didn't have any and I wanted to get this done today. Now I'm not looking for perfect here, I'm just looking for good enough. better than it was. Try to clean it up as best as I can. Take some residual stuff off of this. And this was definitely on this way. And so this was like, it was the thing that was holding it in to the casing. And so I want to make sure that this is the way it's supposed to be. It is. Okay. And then I need a mallet of some sort. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here just like that. I'm going to take the socket, put it around here, and then I'm just going to give it some taps. Make sure it goes in as even as possible. The more even I can get it started, the better. Looks super level. There we go. Nice new bearing on there. So now we're going to start putting stuff back together. So I got my screwdriver, so I'm just going to try to wing this a little bit. Again, I'm trying to get this bearing into this circle and line up these guys. So we're going to just kind of wing it here. Looks like it's lined up enough. There we go. See if I can get a screw started in one. See if I can get like some threads caught. Don't think I did. Maybe I did. It's moving with it, so if I put this on in here and start going at it, maybe I'll get one started. Oh, yep, got that thread started. Nice. I don't think I got that one started, but this one's definitely in. Yeah, that one's definitely in. That one popped up a little bit, so maybe I can get this one in. So that was a lot easier than I thought, guys. So thank goodness for that. So that's good, that's good. That's in there. It's been super true. Now I just need to line up these bolts with where they go. Which I don't really know where they go right now. I know they go, oh, I see down here, I see a spot to where maybe one would go. I should have looked before I put those screws in where I was supposed to line these up, but these are going to go somewhere. Maybe I can tell from the other side. Oh yeah. One's going to go about right here. I'm going to have to take this off after I got it. Okay, at least it was easier before. I thought there was going to be like a guide for all the bolts, but there's not a guide, so I got to take this apart. This is the first time doing this, guys. First time doing this. And so I'm learning as we're going. Take that off. There are little guides. I'm just gonna have to find them. Here, what I'll do. Line that one up. See if I can line this up. If I get one lined up, the rest should be able to easily be lined up. So that's on there. Let's get this screw inside where it's supposed to go. There it goes. Come on. Maybe. Let's get this other screw in there. See if this one goes. Yep, that one's going. Got that one tightened. That one going to tighten. Nice. Okay, let's see if I can get these other guys in where they go now. There's one. There's the one. And then this is the one that doesn't really want to cooperate. There we go. We're just going to go like that. And started. Don't lose them. So yeah, these are 8 millimeters. Walk this one all the way in. Walk this one all the way in. Turn it. Try to walk this one somewhat in. If you look, there's a big seam right here. And so, like, I'm going to have to use the bolts to press that back in. And I want to do it evenly, so I'm going to try to walk these all the way in first. Pressing that in now. Seam kind of went away. Go to the opposite side of that one and kind of get the thing rest the way in there, and then the rest of the bolts will just kind of go in. There we go. Last one to tighten up all the way, and we are good to go. Spins very nicely, very freely. I wanted to clean out in there, but I guess it's too late for that. I'm too excited to get this back together mostly. Motor is put back together. We're gonna put this off to the side now, and we're gonna work on the diff. All right, so like I said, I ordered the output shaft seals thinking that they were the correct ones. They are the incorrect ones, and I just want to put this back together, and I don't think I need to replace them at the moment. Will that come bite me in the butt later? Probably, but I'd rather get this back together right now. I've already spent too much time waiting for all of the parts, and so we're just gonna get this going. I put all the bolts back. There are some longer ones, and I'm going to show you how I know where they go on the diff. It's actually really easy to find out where they go just by looking on the side. But the first thing we need to do is we have to remove the old gasket, and then I'm just going to seal this back up with RTV because I think that's going to be the easiest and quickest way to do it. And so I'm just now thinking, I don't think I have razor blades to clean this off. And I was going to use Scotch-Brite to help me take this gasket off, this gasket material off, but I do not even have that. So what am I going to do here? I should have bought razor blades. Oh, I think I actually have one. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have just like a little handheld razor blade that I'm just going to try to take off all the gasket material off with, just scraping it off. We got to have the nice clean surface. And so I'm just going to take some time to get that all off. And the easiest thing to do is with the razor blade. Okay, so I just sprayed down everything with parts cleaner, just brake cleaner. Kind of get all the grease off of where I'm going to put the gasket material. And is this perfectly done? No. Is it going to work for a golf cart? Yes. It's not going to leak. I'm not really worried about it. It was pretty easy to take off if it does. And I just want to get this done. And so now I got to put all of this stuff back in, where it goes. Do I remember where everything goes? Kinda. We're gonna find out here. This goes into there like that. That. Is that the right way is the question? It goes this way. Perfect. This goes on top of there like this. Goes like this. So far, so good about remembering. And then this guy goes like this. Perfect. Okay, so now we're just going to have to put some RTV on. And then I told you guys I would show you how I know where the longer bolts go. So on the side of this, you can see that some of them are really short. Well, there is one that is very long like this, and that's where the long bolt goes. It's pretty easy to spot. And so if you are confused, then that's how I know. There's one bolt, long bolt, that goes on the outside, and then there's one long bolt that goes in here. And again, you can easily see where it goes. Okay, so now I have some just regular ultra black RTV made for oil resistant, all that good stuff. And I'm just gonna loop it on. Put this on, put the bolts in, kind of tighten it down, and then I'm going to let it sit for a bit to kind of harden up, and then I'm going to torque it down afterwards. You don't really necessarily want to torque it down before it has some time to dry, because if you don't, well, if you do that, then it's going to squeeze all the way out, and then you'll have no gasket maker where you need gasket maker. So that's just kind of a pro tip there. I'm just going to goop this on, go around all of the holes. I'm going to be somewhat liberal with it. And then, yeah, we're just going to go from there. Just remember there is going to be some squeeze out. So like you want to do it liberally, but you don't have to do it too liberally, if that makes sense. It should not take 2 tubes to do this. Start putting the bolts in. So this is so it's the next day, and the RTV is super dry, super good. So I'm just going to go around and tighten these up the rest of the way. Happy with that? So my goal is not to bugger up the seal. Get the spindle in here. This is kind of resting it on here. All right, so next I just have to fill the diff. I already put the 2 brake cables back on, so the last thing I have to do is fill the diff. So I'm just going to take this off. This is the fill plug. The drain plug's right here. And I'm just going to fill this up. It should only take about a quart. I have this 80/90 synthetic gear lube oil. I think online it says it should take 90 weight gear oil, but I'm fine with 80W90. That's all I really could find around here. I'm just going to shove this in here until it starts overflowing. So I'm just going to keep on filling it up until it starts overflowing. And once it starts overflowing, it is ready to go. I'm almost done with this quart here. And let's see what's in there. Looks full to me. I am going to put a new gasket on, this drain plug, and then I'm going to put this drain plug back in, and then I'm just going to tighten it up, and then we are done. There it is. Let's tighten it up. It's loosening. Come down. All right, well, that's the video of me taking off the parts and putting it back on. If you liked the video, go ahead and share and like. If you feel like I did something wrong, go ahead and comment below. I can't wait to get the new battery in here and start doing the body work. Again, if you missed any of the other videos, go on the link in the description to see the links for those other videos. The first one is just me explaining how I got the golf cart, what my plans are, and the second one is me tearing it down to the frame. Now I got the motor all fixed, got a new bearing in it, got new diff oil in here. We're ready to move on to the next step to get this running. So go ahead and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.